far as what I want to be like remembered as, I think when it comes to insurance, like big picture, like no joke. Like I think I have this like weird feeling like I'm like the like almost the one that's like busting open the industry a little bit to like even this kind of content where it's like I am a raw, like this is raw content where you actually get to see the inside of the process and the machine and the way it's working and documenting the whole thing. Like I don't think there's anyone that's ever done it. So I think like I want to be kind of remembered as like the one who broke open the industry. That's kind of how I feel right now because there might be someone. I think there will be someone eventually that'll do it better than me, just because like they're starting like. But I'm the one who figured it out. You know, like I feel like no one else is like. There are people that are making content that's funny, that's like good educational, blah blah blah. But I'm the one who's making it like cool. You know,
Exactly.
so like and also showing people like you don't have to be some like lame like did you see the thing was like the costume like the insurance it's like all these memes of the insurance costume. It's like cold coffee, baggy shirt, lame shit. Like no, I want to be like I want to wear like a $12,000 watch. I want to have my shirt, my suit and my shirt be worth at least a couple $1,000s. My shoes another couple $1,000s. I want to be driving a super nice car. I want my team all making six figures plus, if not $1 million. Like that'd be dope. Um, and I want it to be fun. Like I want it to be dope at the same time. Like this is like look at how cool your lifestyle can be doing something that is one of the actually supposedly this is what a lot of people say. Insurance has the most millionaires in the world. The insurance industry has made the most millionaires in the world out of any industry. So supposedly financial services and insurance. Um, don't quote me on that. I don't know if that's a fact, but I've heard so many people say that I now believe it. I'm like, I guess that's got to be true because now they've all said it. So it doesn't need to be like super boring, and I can show there's, but it's not going to be easy at the same time. Like it's a pain in the ass. Like half the stuff that we're doing and I'm doing. Um, that's why it's funny when like sometimes I hear like you or like Jamel or somebody say like, Chris, how are you like managing all this? Like it's kind of crazy you're managing. I'm like, yeah, shoot, like it is because you start to juggle a lot. But the reason is because I know how to do it so well. Like you're looking at like Chatterpie for the first time and you're like, this is a lot. Like there's a lot of leads here. Like I got to talk to all these people. Like I've just become so like second nature to me that I'm just like when I see it, I just do everything so fast now because it's kind of like going back to like the skill stacking. Like the more you're able to know, like the more you get done. Like my day when I first started, like I right now, activity wise, am doing like probably like 10 to 20 times the amount of stuff that I used to do on a full day when I was first starting in like the first year. Like client wise, quoting wise, content wise, service wise, and just overall value like that I'm bringing in a day to day basis. It's funny because my other friends like that are in like real estate, they all say the same thing. Like as you get more knowledgeable, like right now, Kelly, like you're doing a great job. You're doing a lot, but in like let's just say 2 years or 3 years, the amount of stuff you're going to be able to do is going to be like in one day. You're going to do what you would have done in like a week because you're just going to crush. Like you're going to know how to do everything so well that you're just going to crush. So that's what's happening now. So like I'm just like I'm able to do so much because I just know how to do it all, and I've just put in the time and effort and made the mistakes and stuff. What was the even question? I can't remember.
What you like want to be.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be remembered as like the coolest. Um, the people that made insurance like actually like cool.
Yes.
Yeah, or just not like I guess not even cool, but just not super boring and whack. Cause everything I've seen out there is pretty whack. Like the only ones that I think like um, and all my respects to like the people out there putting out like funny, good educational content. Like that's its own thing. It's like its own category.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like not cold and dry and boring. Other than Big E, Big E is like crushing the humor side of it. But then I like also there's like the lifestyle aspect of it. Like, yo, like let's take a flight to Miami and do some insurance stuff and like have a great time out there and like drive nice cars and like enjoy like the finer things as well that come with the industry. Like not just humor, not just knowledge, but like I'm gonna bring in like the entertainment aspect of it, I think. Like I think that's kind of where it's headed. I think you and I have talked about it. I think that's where it's headed.
It is.
Yeah.
Again,
I mean, how many months have you been here? Like what?
I started
4 months. Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. Like, and that's only 4 months. You know, like stuff doesn't really happen until like a year minimum. 6 months, first 6 months are just mess ups, figuring stuff out. 6 to 12 months is when like, okay, now stuff makes sense. Year, it's like, okay, now we know what we're doing. So yeah, honestly, like because you took the wheel, I don't think that we're even like scratching the surface. I think it's underestimated. Like I think that it almost sometimes even feels weird to me. I'm like, why am I sitting here right now when I should be making sales? There's so many other things on my plate, on my to-do list that I haven't even filled out yet.
packed.
This is a good thing though. I'm excited about this. Like, why am I sitting here just recording and talking and like you trying to extract content and like almost documenting? I think it is super underestimated the power of attention and how that is really the game. Like I think everyone's completely missing the boat. Like this is the game.
I think I'm missing the boat right now.
Are you?
What do you mean by the power? Can you deep dive?
Yeah,
into
for
the power
sure.
Of attention?
Yeah, for sure. So, like for example, it's funny. Alex Hermosi talks about this all the time. He's like, I just want to be successful, be rich, and just be silent. I don't want. That's what he was like. He always kind of wanted, and then he started to realize. He's like, okay, but then now he was worth like at the time when all said and done, he was like $200 million net worth. He was crushing. Like that's a good. You're arguably like retired and good for the rest of your life, right? And then all of a sudden, like most of those people that are in that realm are probably to some extent like pretty competitive. Like they want to win the game of business. Like they were there and they're not just there because of luck. And if you are there because of luck, you might as well possibly lose it all too. Because if you're just made it all in crypto, there's a good chance that it could go to shit too. So, so he was there, and then all of a sudden, this little girl, 20 years old, Kylie Jenner, pops out her little makeup business, which, no disrespect, like she crushed that, and she became a billionaire, and just over like a 1 year period, 12 months or whatever it was that took her to get to $1 billion, past Alex Hermosi, who's been destroying and working his face off trying to build that up to that. And she, not saying that it was easier for her, but like she, more than tripled what he did in income and net worth. And how? And the key there is like she had more influence. She had more attention. People knew more of her, and she just had more influence. And I think that's really what it comes down to is like, if people don't know who you are, you have no chance of ever influencing. And if you don't have their attention, you can never get a shot at selling. Like when you think of shoes, like running shoes, what do you think of? Like Nike, Adidas? They have your attention. Like they got just do it, Everybody knows. Attention. So that's the key. It's like, how are you going to get people's attention? And right now, when you walk outside and you hit Starbucks and you look at like what people are doing, or just anywhere on the road, literally driving on the car, like everyone's like this. We're all just looking at our phones. So like, that's why I'm like, the people that believe and like, I just think I think that's why I'm saying like you're missing the boat 100%. Like, this is the game. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is the game. This is not like the sales and all that stuff is a result of this game. Yeah.